it's because of that reason. Like, I don't go out as much as I used to. So a lot of people I'll see, they'll either see me on Instagram or something. But because of that, they'll see me in a light and they'll be like, okay, she's pretty. And I feel like they always want me to wear makeup, dress up, do my hair, things like that. And this is me probably about a 75% of the time. But I'm a mom. I work from home.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to wear makeup every day, all day.
Oh, yeah. Working from home, too.
I'm not the girl that goes to the gym and be taking pictures and selfies and squats and makeup. Like, my hair's in a ponytail. I work out and I sweat. Like, I'm not the girl that takes pictures in the gym and puts it there and records and things like that. And I find that sometimes it gets hard because either the men that feel like they are not good enough, they won't approach me. And the men that think they're too good, they approach me. But once they see that I'm not going to wear makeup every day, then it's like they'll get bored after a while, I guess.
I got to ask something just based off of that. Do you usually chase the men, or do the men usually chase you? For the guys that you end up like actually taking serious and talking to?
Most of the time, I guess they chase me, approach me. But if I see somebody I'm attractive, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering the guys that end up in relationships usually, or situationships
that
with.
I've been in, they've approached me.
They've approached you. Yes. Okay. And what about you? What about you? Is it what's your answer for that? Do you usually approach them, or they approach you?
Usually I'm approached.
You're approached.
Okay.
What about you?
I absolutely do not approach.
You never do.
They usually approach me, but I feel like I like guys who I approach more.
So I'm starting to think that today. So like I was talking about earlier, like honestly, guys are the prize now. And before, don't get me wrong, I'll explain to y'all why though. Not every guy, okay? I know I love it because not every guy is the prize. I agree with you, but the reason why I bring that up is because they're the ones who give the rings. They're the ones who give the relationships. And before, don't get me wrong, when most women were all virgins, or when most women weren't sleeping around like they are today, y'all were definitely the prize because men were trying to get that pussy, and we're going to be the best men physically possible to make it happen. But since pussy is very devalued now and any guy can get it from anyone, there's so many women that hand it out for nearly free for nothing, that y'all have to actually compete for the really good guys. Y'all are the ones that have to pursue. And like my girlfriend pursued me. There's a lot of situations where usually if you want the good guy, I think y'all have to pursue them. And that sucks because all of history, y'all were pursued. It's natural as hell for y'all got to pursue y'all. But in reality, man, to get the really good guy, you got to pursue it. As soon as he gets out of a relationship, you got to be like, oh, I saw him in that relationship for 3 years. I'm snatching him up. And then here's another thing. It's like a lot of women don't understand that once y'all, like, because like we were talking about earlier, how maybe you need to sleep with them fast, like on the first day or something like that. If you do that, if you do choose that route, the thing is, you got to provide more value than all the other women that are doing the same thing. So say there's 3 other women, he's such an attractive dude or whatever it is about him that makes him so high value, he can get any girl. You can separate yourself from all the other girls by what you bring other than your pussy. Do you help him cook? Do you help him clean? Do you help around others? Are you complimentary to the man? If he's amazing at making money, are you complimentary in something else to make his life better because he's doing really good at the money thing?
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
You said your girlfriend pursued you.
Yeah.
So she pursued you. Why? And if she hadn't pursued you, would you have pursued her?
Well, like it was a very I had showed. Like, the thing is, the guy has to show at first that he's somewhat interested. He'll ask for your number. He'll ask for your Instagram or anything like that. But y'all notice the difference between the simp guys who are messaging you first, double texting you, doing all that type of stuff, and then the guys that they get your number or whatever, and then they kind of ignore you or whatever. I think guys need to be like that so the girl pursues you because that shows she really has burning, genuine desire for you. Because if he's chasing you, he's just a simp. He's just a beta cuck. You really don't give a shit about the guy. Like, there's literally hundreds of a guy has to separate himself. He can't be like all the other guys, or else y'all won't give a shit about him. So that's why I think that y'all are gonna care more about the guy who you pursue. But yeah, go ahead.
I just want to tie it into going back to a few points way earlier when we were talking about traditional views and traditional values. If we say that, oh, the woman needs to pursue, we should be, trying to voyage ourselves into this new path of, basically seeking out our own man. Why is it not as equal as being seen as a man still pursuing a woman is just as infatuating or just as surprising or, I guess, outlandish now because everybody is so used to the hookup society. Mm-hmm. So when somebody is pursuing you, male or female, it does spark your interest, whether it's, oh, I am a beta male or I am the alpha male and this woman is pursuing me, or I'm an alpha woman, or I am, a softer woman and I am pursuing this man or I am being pursued. Either way, if the values and your morals are correct, I feel as though whoever is pursuing who doesn't matter if your intentions are right from jump. If you're the man and you're pursuing your woman, go about it the correct way. Provide the chivalry, have the traditionals, meet her at the door with flowers, open her doors. If you're a woman and you're pursuing the man, cook his meals, fold his clothes, things like that. But if that's who you are, one single trying to pursue.
So I'll explain to you just really quick why it doesn't work for the guy. Like, because you're right on the girl's end. Like I just told you, I think that the woman should be doing those things. But I'll tell you why it's not okay for the guy to do it. And I'm telling you this as a guy that's done it a lot. Okay. And the thing is, whenever you go and you put your best foot forward for these girls, they're not going to like that. It's not attractive to them. Like, you got to understand, acting like that beta guy or being that simp guy, it bites you in the ass every time as a man. Like, y'all say that that's what you want. But I'll tell you, you want it from that really alpha dude that won't give it to you. That's why you want it. You want it from that guy. But the beta guy, the guy that's too short, the guy that make enough money or whatever, the goofy dude, you don't want it from him. Trust me. And so that's the problem, is that guys that are normal, even the normal guys have to act like this. And that's and how weird. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The guys that don't make a lot or they're short and they're acting like they're a G. It's because they know that they won't even get in a real relationship if they don't act like that, if they don't ignore y'all or play the stupid game. It's a really stupid game, like, honestly, but it's just like, that's the game now. And if pussy wasn't devalued by y'all's peers, it wouldn't be like this. It's not even y'all. I'm not even going to point fingers and say y'all are the ones that devalue the pussy. It could be every other girl around you. Go ahead.
So in response, I got two things. One is we talked about, I guess you asked them all if you would approach a man. I would say if a man's looking for a woman to approach him, you're a beta, because as a man, you should always be putting your best foot forward and trying to approach the woman.
Like I said at the beginning, you're always going to be the first one. But the thing is, most women, especially a pretty girl, is already in a relationship or a situationship when you meet them. So you put your best foot forward. And when she gets out of that situationship or that relationship, you'll usually be the first person that she'll call if you're not being a beta cuck that's up her ass. That's the only reason that I would say that.
Why is that the assumption? But why is that the assumption?
Because like I just explained to her, if you act too forward, if you try too hard, it looks bad. That's as simple as it is. Like, don't get me wrong. If the alpha dude did it, you would love it. So he's kind of right in the sense that if a guy is a true alpha, he will go put his foot forward and he will be like, hey, I like you and I want you, and it will work for him because he's obviously good at getting that genuine desire from people.
And you can sense it.
That's what I need.
You can sense it.
But here's the thing. So we talk about in the red pill space, choosing signals, right? Women can show blatant signs of choosing you. But here's the thing. When you talk to a woman has to choose you. Again, what I mean by that is because women can categorize you. They can use you as, okay, I want to use this guy as a foodie guy. I want this guy to be my free chauffeur. I want this guy to take me on free dates. So at the ultimate day, she has to choose you. The reason why men need to always be approaching women, because a woman has to experience you. We complain about the high value men and stuff like that. The way it was explained to me, I remember talking to Lucario on live once, and Lucario was like, the reason why, I remember it was this video that surfaced. This woman some time ago last year, she had a ring and she was at a Rick Ross concert and she had a ring up, and I asked him why. He said because she's already experienced Rick Ross through his music. She hasn't experienced the average guy at Walmart. She hasn't experienced the average guy at 7-Eleven. So you have to put your best foot forward and always go to approach. If she rejects you, you can't become outcome dependent, because you have to have an abundant mindset. Okay, if this chick doesn't want me, I can always go to the next chick and see if she's about anything. And also, you said something about hookup culture. Hookup culture is a myth. The reason why is that women are only dealing with a certain amount of dudes in their circle. Women swipe left way more often on dating apps than dudes do. And so the average woman may idealistically maybe swimming through like 4 dudes while she's entertaining the rest. And so hookup culture is not real, because actually the 80% of men are missing out on majority of the women. It's only 20% of guys that are getting most of the sex. So hookup culture is not a thing. It's just a made up word that we use, but it's only a certain amount of men that
are actually hooking up with. Yeah.
So would you say it's only a culture on the woman's behalf?
Yeah, it's a hookup culture for women. Yeah. I'm curious if y'all even know about that. How much sex do you think guys are getting that are 18 to 30?
Not a lot.
Not a lot? If you put a percentage on it, what would it be?
6%.
Okay. How many guys do you think are getting sex? 18 to 30. She says always 6%. That's a pretty low number.
40?
You think 40% of dudes are getting sex? How about you?
18 to 30. I'd say like 40, 45%.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say about.
It's way higher. Yeah,
About 50 to 60%.
It's about 66%. Like 33% aren't getting it. About 30 to 33%. So yeah, but 1 in 3 guys, like those guys that live in their mom's basement or work at Taco Bell, the guys that y'all don't see, they're probably virgins, honestly. But there's a lot of guys in that category right now. I gotta ask. Oh yeah, I had a new question. What's more important, knowledge or imagination? Start with you.
They're both important, but I would say
Talk a little closer if you can.
both important, but I would say your imagination because it can become your reality, which could then turn into knowledge.
Okay.
I would say knowledge.
Knowledge?
I feel like there's always something you can learn. You can, in a way, create your knowledge from experiences. So.
Okay. What about? Or you want to try to answer this one?
As far as what?
Just like that's just the question: is what's more important, is knowledge or imagination?
I'm a man, so being logical is more important. So knowledge.
Knowledge. What do you think?
I would probably say knowledge, honestly, because you can piggyback your imagination off of what anything's possible with more knowledge.
I agree with her. Knowledge.
Okay.